Good morning, dear students. In this class, we are going to discuss regarding AC voltage controllers. It is also one of the power electronic circuit, so which is used to convert the voltage level at one magnitude to another magnitude without changing frequency. Suppose if we are giving 230 volts 50 Hz signal as input, we can get a 250 volts input voltage at the same 50 Hz frequency. So voltage at one level will be converted into another level without changing frequency. So this is called a AC voltage controller. Today we are going to discuss mainly regarding this AC voltage controller. In the last class, we have discussed regarding converters and choppers. Converter is a device which will convert the alternating current voltage into direct current voltage. The output which we are getting at the output of converter is not pure DC. It is a pulsating DC. This pulsating DC is given as input to the filter circuit. This filter will convert pulsating DC into pure DC. And next we have discussed a chopper circuit. A chopper circuit is a DC transformer which will convert fixed DC voltage into variable DC voltage. And we have discussed mainly step down chopper and step up chopper. In step down chopper, we are getting the output voltage less than the input voltage. In step up chopper, we are getting the output voltage more than the input voltage. And we have also seen the methods of chopper control, and we have also seen the classification of chopper depending on the quadrant of operation based on output voltage and output current. Mainly classified as Class A chopper, Class B chopper, Class C chopper, Class D chopper, and Class E chopper. Class E chopper is also called as all quadrant chopper. We are getting operation in all four quadrant: first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. And in Class A chopper, we are getting operation in all four quadrants. One, two, three, four. All four quadrants we are getting. So that detailed explanation we have seen in the last classes. Today we will focus on the electric drive. What is electric drive and what are the methods of speed control of the electrical drives? What is thyristor control drives? And what is AC voltage controller? And what is phase control method? That thing we are going to discuss in this today's class. Speed control. Speed control is nothing but controlling the speed of a drive. Actually, drive is nothing but a assembly of the motor and the components, powertronic components, and which will control the speed of the motor by taking the feedback feedback from the motor. This entire system will be used to control the speed of the load. This entire system which we are adapting to control the speed of the load at desired speed is called a speed control method. It is the intentional change of speed of a drive to the desired value for performing specific works is called a speed control method. Electric drive, the system employed for supplying mechanical energy for the motion is called a drive. If you are using electrical energy as input for driving the drive, then it is called a electrical drive. Just now we have discussed drive, nothing but a motor, and the assembly of all components which will be used is called a drive. And we are using electrical energy as supply, then we are calling it as electrical drive. In many industrial applications, a electrical motor is the most important component. An electrical motor, together with its control equipment and energy transmitting device, will form drive. If we use main power source as electrical energy, then we are calling it as electrical drive. This electrical drive system mainly consisting of an electrical motor, its power controller, and energy transmitting shaft. Electrical drives are mainly two types: DC drives and AC drives. These drives are provided by DC motors and AC motors respectively. DC motors are used extensively in adjustable speed drives and position control drives. DC motor speeds below the speed can be obtained by different methods we are going to see, and we can get the speeds above the rated speeds by using different methods. We are going to see the speed control methods for DC drives and AC drives in this class. DC motor speed can be varied by these methods: field control method, armature control method, and voltage control method. So if we place a rheostat in series with a field circuit, and if we change the rheostat resistance, the motor speed changes. Generally, we will get above the rated speeds in a field control method. And if we place a rheostat in armature circuit of a DC motor, and if we vary the resistance, we are varying the speed of the DC motor, and we are getting speeds below the rated speed in armature control method. And the last one is by varying the applied voltage. If we vary the applied voltage, accordingly we will get the speed of the motor. Suppose if you are applying lower voltages than rated voltages, we are getting speeds below the rated voltage. And if you increase the applied voltage, then accordingly motor speed will increases. We can get above the rated speeds and below the rated speeds. This method is called a Ward-Leonard speed control method. So generally in industries, this method will be adopted for speed control method. We will get accurate speeds by using this method. AC motor speeds can be varied by changing the supply voltage or by changing the frequency. N is equal to 120 F by P. So if you can vary the frequency and number of poles, the motor synchronous speed changes accordingly, rotor speed also changes. For slip ring induction method, we can adopt these techniques by using rheostat control method, by injecting an EMF in the rotor circuit, by operating two motors in cascade. So these are the methods which may adapted for AC motors, specifically induction motors. So as the synchronous motors are constant speed motors, induction motors can be operated at variable speeds. By using these methods, we can control the speed. The main disadvantages with these methods are exact speeds may not be possible. Suppose if we want to run the motor at 1440 rpm, we may not get exact speed. We may get around 1450 or 1430 rpm. So we need to adjust according to that requirement, and it will cause more maintenance cost. By adopting the above methods, the maintenance cost will be very high because we are using a rheostat and we need to frequently maintain those circuits. because it may cause power loss. And whenever we are operating with those circuits, more I square losses will be there, as resistance in rheostat will cause copper loss, which will produce heat in the form of energy loss. These are the main disadvantages of above speed control techniques. We are going for thyristor control drives for operating at desired speeds with more reliability. So thyristor control drives are operating with the powertronic devices. If powertronic devices such as thyristors are used for controlling the speed, then the drive is known as thyristor control drive. Thyristor control drive. The advantages of this thyristor control drives are accurate speed, low installation cost, efficiency is more, maintenance is low, reliability is more, it requires less area, and energy saving is more, and fast operation is possible with the thyristor control drives. These are the main advantages. And as we are using these thyristor family devices, the circuit will become bulk. The circuit will become more costlier. The heat produced is more as we are continuously turning on, turning off of the thyristor devices, and these are less sensitive for overloads. AC voltage controller. AC voltage controller is a thyristor based device. Thyristor based device, it will convert fixed AC voltage into variable AC voltage. Okay, suppose we are giving a 230 volts 50 hertz signal, it will be converting into 220 volts 50 hertz signal. That is, the variation is with respect to the magnitude of AC voltage. We are not changing the frequency. So no change in frequency. The AC voltage controller is defined as AC voltage controller or thyristor family device that convert a fixed alternating voltage into variable alternating voltage without changing in frequency. So AC voltage controller is defined as a thyristor family device that convert a fixed alternating voltage into a variable alternating voltage without changing frequency. The voltage control is accomplished in AC voltage controller either by using two methods. One is by using phase control under natural commutation using a pair of SCRs, or by using triac or by using triacs. And one more method is by on-off control under forced commutation using fully controlled GTOs, power transistors, IGBTs, MCTs, MOSFETs, etc. By using on-off control method implementing with forced commutation, we can use voltage control method. We can get voltage control, or by using phase control under natural commutation by using a anti-parallel connection of thyristors, or by using a triac we can get that. By using any one of the method we can get voltage control, but generally we are using this phase control along with natural commutation will be used in AC voltage controller. The advantages of thyristor AC voltage controller. So the flexibility in controlling will be more because according to output voltage we are calculating firing angle, accordingly we are operating the SCR, and the efficiency is more. Size is compact. The circuit size will be small, and maintenance cost is low. The disadvantages of this AC voltage controllers are harmonics will be produced in output voltage, and there is a interference effect. Phase control technique. The output voltage can be varied by changing the firing angle. The firing angle is varied by gate current. In phase control technique, what we are doing is we are going to see in detail. So there we are varying the instant of conduction by suitably we are calculating the firing angle. So accordingly at that firing angle we are giving trigger pulse to the thyristor, and depending on the instant of this conduction the output voltage will be varied. And this is the circuit diagram for phase control circuit. Here we are using a load. This load will be connected in series with a SCR, and this circuit will be connected in series with the input AC supply. Okay, and here this is the firing circuit. This firing circuit will be the gate circuit will be consisting of a variable resistance in series with a diode. In series with a diode, a variable resistance will be placed. So during the forward bias, the SCR will be in forward blocking mode. Once the gate signal will be applied by suitably choosing this resistance value, the SCR conducts, and this supply voltage will be applied across the load resistance. So in this manner, we are getting the voltage control in phase control technique. Phase control technique. By adjusting the resistance value, the output voltage can be varied. By adjusting the resistance value, output voltage can be varied. If R is adjusted to low value, output voltage increases. If R is adjusted to high value, output voltage decreases. Types of AC voltage controllers. Mainly depending on the number of phases we are operating the AC voltage controllers. So it is mainly classified as single phase AC voltage controllers, three phase AC voltage controllers. So if we give single phase input, we are calling it as single phase AC voltage controllers. If we give three phase input, we are calling it as three phase AC voltage controller. So in this class, we will mainly focus on single phase AC voltage controllers, and we are operating with the half wave controlled AC voltage controller, and we are operating with the full wave controlled AC voltage controller. So this is the circuit consisting of single phase half wave AC voltage controller. In this, a anti-parallel connection of thyristor and a diode will be used, and this circuit will be connected in series with a supply AC supply, single phase AC supply, and it is connected in series with a load. We are assuming AC supply will be given, and Vs is given as AC supply source, Vs is given as Vm sin omega t, and the voltage across output will be V naught. We are assuming the load is resistive load, and the voltage across this load is V naught, and current flowing through load resistance will be I naught. I naught. In this single phase half wave AC voltage regulator, a thyristor will be connected in anti-parallel with a diode. So this is the circuit will be consisting of thyristor in parallel with a diode, and these are the waveforms of single phase half wave controlled AC voltage controller. So this is the AC supply source, this is thyristor, this is diode, and this is the load resistance R. This will be the positive half cycle of supply, and from instant 0 to pi we are having positive half cycle, from instant pi to 2 pi we are having negative half cycle. So when the supply is forward bias, when the supply is positive half cycle, the thyristor, this plus will be appeared across the P layer of thyristor, and it is in forward blocking mode. This plus will be appeared across the N type of layer of diode. Then the diode will be off. Diode will be off. Thyristor in forward blocking mode. So no conduction of thyristor, no current in the circuit, so no output. V naught is 0. At instant alpha, we are applying firing pulse to thyristor T. Then the current flows from supply source thyristor T through the load resistance R, and again it will goes back to supply source. So when the current is flowing in this path, once the thyristor is in conduction, due to application of delay angle firing pulse at alpha, the output voltage V naught follows the input voltage because the conduction of thyristor T1. At instant pi, the thyristor is subjected to reverse bias and it will turn off due to natural commutation phenomena, and during negative half cycle, so here we are having plus, this plus will be appeared across diode D, so D will be forward bias, and this minus will be appeared across thyristor T, so thyristor T is off. Minus will be appeared across thyristor N terminal, so diode is forward bias. Once the supply voltage exceeds the cut-in voltage of diode, the diode conducts and current flows in this path. Supply positive through load resistance R through diode D, and it will go to supply negative terminal during negative half cycle. And the supply voltage will be appeared across the load. Almost supply voltage across the supply voltage will be appeared across the load. So whatever supply voltage is there, that will be appeared across the load. So this is the output voltage waveform across the load during negative half cycle. And if we observe, this output current waveform follows the output voltage waveform because the load is resistive load. So this current waveform and voltage waveform are almost symmetrical, almost in the similar manner because the load is resistive load. Resistive load. During positive half cycle, we are getting output voltage when the thyristor conducts. When the thyristor conducts from the instant alpha, we are getting V naught, which is the supply voltage up to pi. From pi to 2 pi, we are getting output voltage due to conduction of diode D. Diode D. And we are going to see the circuit operation. And it consists of one thyristor in anti-parallel with one diode. In positive half cycle, T1 is triggered at a firing angle alpha, and then it conducts from alpha to pi. At time instant pi, thyristor T1 is reverse biased and it turns off automatically. In negative half cycle, the current flows through diode D, which is forward biased, and it conducts from pi to 2 pi. The output voltage will be calculated as V naught is equal to, so the conduction will be from alpha to 2 pi. By neglecting this on state conduction voltage drop of diode, we are getting output voltage from alpha to 2 pi. So 1 by 2 pi integration from alpha to 2 pi Vm square sine square omega t whole power 1 by 2. We solve that expression, we will get V naught RMS as Vm by root 2 1 by 2 pi of 2 pi minus alpha plus sine 2 alpha by 2 whole power 1 by 2. This is the output expression of single phase half wave controlled AC voltage controller. Now we are going to see the operation of single phase full wave AC voltage controller. So here we are consisting of two thyristors connected in anti-parallel, and this is supply voltage Vs, and here we are having a resistive load. In the similar manner, the voltage across load will be V naught, current flowing through load will be I naught. So this is the circuit diagram. In this circuit, we have replaced the diode with the thyristor. In the previous circuit, we are having diode in anti-parallel connection with the thyristor T1. Now the diode is replaced with thyristor T. We are going to see the operation of the single phase full wave AC voltage controller now. So this is the circuit diagram for single phase full wave AC voltage controller. So this is AC supply and this is resistive load, and voltage across load will be V naught, current flowing through load will be I naught. AC supply source will be represented as like this during positive cycle from instant 0 to pi, and pi to 2 pi we are having negative half cycle. And we know the thyristor will be in conduction when it is subjected to forward bias, and we have applied a trigger signal. So during positive half cycle, this positive will forward bias thyristor T1. Similarly, this will reverse bias thyristor T2. Plus will be connected to N type of layer of thyristor, so it is reverse bias. Thyristor T1 is subjected to forward bias, but it is not conducting as we have not applied the trigger pulse. We are applying trigger pulse at a delay angle alpha. When it is triggered, the current flows from supply positive thyristor T1 through load resistance R again back to supply. So in this closure path, once again we will see supply positive thyristor T1 through load resistance R, and it will go to supply negative. So in this path the current flows. When the current is flowing through load, we are observing a load voltage V naught. So the voltage V naught will be following the supply voltage. So this Vs will be applied across the load from instant alpha to pi. From instant alpha to pi, this supply voltage waveform will be appeared across the load. As load is resistive load, the current waveform also follows the voltage waveform. Voltage waveform from alpha to pi. At instant pi, supply is subjected to 0, and when the anode current decreases below the holding current, automatically T1 turns off. Turns off due to natural commutation phenomena. From here supply is reverse biased, so T1 is turned off. T1 is turned off, and from instant pi to 2 pi we are having negative half cycle. So during negative half cycle, so this bottom is plus and top is negative. This negative terminal will be connected to P type of layer of thyristor T1. So thyristor T1 is off. Negative terminal during negative half cycle of supply negative terminal is connected to thyristor T1. So T1 off. The supply terminal negative terminal connected to N terminal of N type of layer of thyristor T2. So T2 conducts. T2 will conduct. So this is positive. Positive will through load. Again, it will be connected to P type layer of thyristor T2. Then N terminal connected to supply negative. So T2 will be in forward blocking mode. Blocking mode at delay angle alpha. We will apply the trigger pulse. Then the conduction starts place. Current flows from supply resistive load thyristor T2 again back to supply. So during negative half cycle, after applying trigger pulse at alpha, current flows from supply positive resistive load thyristor T2 and it is go to supply negative. So this is the path for current and we are observing output voltage V naught almost similar to supply voltage. So this negative half cycle will be appeared from the instant alpha at the output and this output voltage will be similar to input voltage from instant alpha. V naught follows Vs from pi plus alpha to 2 pi. Instant pi plus alpha to 2 pi. And current waveform follows the output voltage waveform as the load is resistive load. And from here the operation repeats for the next cycle in the similar manner. At 2 pi plus alpha again T1 conducts. We are getting output current from 2 pi plus alpha. Similarly, output voltage. So the only change is we have replaced the diode with thyristor T2. Because of that, we are having additional control in the negative cycle. So we are going to see the circuit operation. Single phase full wave AC voltage controller consisting of two thyristors T1 and T2 connected in anti-parallel. In positive half cycle, thyristor T1 triggered for a firing angle alpha, then it conducts from alpha to pi. At instant pi, thyristor T1 is reverse biased and it turns off automatically. Negative half cycle, T2 is turned at a firing angle pi plus alpha, then it conducts from pi plus alpha to 2 pi. At 2 pi, T2 is reverse biased and it turns off automatically. The output voltage and current waveforms are identical as the load is resistive type of load. So please note down the circuit operation and you need to write these points in examination whenever they are asking. We need to calculate the expression for RMS value of output voltage. So the RMS value of output voltage will be calculated as, so it is the time from 0 to pi. From pi onwards, again it will be repeating similar manner. So we have to calculate output voltage from instant alpha to pi. So we have to integrate the supply waveform from the instant alpha to pi. Alpha to pi, we are calculating RMS value. So it is Vm square sine square omega t whole power 1 by 2. Okay. So integrating from alpha to pi, Vm square sine square omega t whole power 1 by 2. So here sine square omega t, if we write in terms of cos, it will be 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. And if we integrate the 1 with respect to time domain, so it is omega t and that cos omega t will be written as sin 2 omega t by 2, and if we apply the limit, it is calculated as v naught rms equal to vm by root 2 of 1 by pi of pi minus alpha plus sin 2 alpha by 2 whole power 1 by 2, and I naught r will be given as v naught r by r. And if we observe the output waveform closely, in this positive half cycle and negative half cycle both are symmetrical, then the average value of output voltage will be 0. V naught is 0. Okay. The main applications of these AC voltage controllers are, these are mainly used in domestic and industrial heating process, transformer tap changing, lighting control, speed control of AC drives, starting of induction motors, closed loop control systems. Again, we will see the applications. Applications of AC voltage controllers. These are mainly used in domestic and industrial heating process, transformer tap changing, lighting control, speed control of AC drives, starting of induction motor, closed loop control systems. So these are the main applications. Okay. In this class, we have mainly discussed on electric drive. So electric drive is nothing but a circuit consisting of electric motor, its power controller, and energy transmitting shaft. Okay, so this is regarding electric drive. Mainly electric drives are two types. They are AC drives and DC drives. So generally DC motors having good speed control characteristics. That's why DC drives will be used in speed control requirements nowadays also, especially in traction systems. And AC drives will be used in different applications. And in these AC drives, we are controlling the speed by using AC voltage controllers. We have seen the introduction to thyristor control devices. As thyristor control devices having more advantages and fast acting, less size, we have seen the importance and its introduction to thyristor control drives. We have seen AC voltage controller. AC voltage controllers are thyristor based devices which will convert fixed AC voltage into a variable AC voltage without changing frequency. Without changing frequency. Actually, AC voltage controller will convert fixed AC voltage into variable AC voltage without changing frequency. Suppose if you are taking a signal of 230 volts 50 Hz supply, single phase signal, by using AC voltage controller, we may convert it into a 220 volts 50 Hz signal. The magnitude is variable quantity. We are not changing the frequency. And we have seen in detail regarding the circuit operation of single phase AC voltage controllers. So in that we have focused on single phase half wave AC voltage controller and single phase full wave AC voltage controller. So generally in practical applications we are using the single phase full wave AC voltage controller, and the average value of output voltage will be calculated as 0, and as the positive output voltage waveform and symmetrical to negative half wave signal, and the RMS value of output voltage will be calculated as Vm by root 2 of 1 by pi minus pi minus alpha plus sin 2 alpha by 2 whole power 1 by 2. So these things we have discussed regarding AC voltage controllers. We will attempt a small quiz on this AC voltage controller. Which of the following are not the advantage of thyristor control drives? Reliability, fast in operation, more cost, high efficiency. Not advantage. So with the thyristor family devices, we are having reliability, fast in operation, more efficiency. More cost will be the disadvantage. Here the question they are asking the disadvantage of thyristor control drive. More cost. So option C. Option C will be the answer for this question. Disadvantage of thyristor control drive. More cost. So option C. The thyristor the thyristors in AC circuits generally gets turned off by auxiliary commutation, forced commutation, line commutation, complementary commutation. Actually, in control circuits, we are using two techniques. One is by using phase control, second by using on-off control. Suppose if you are adopting the phase control technique, we are operating the circuits with the gate firing and the natural commutation. So this natural commutation is nothing but whenever the supply is passing from 0 to negative half cycle, automatically thyristor is reverse biased and the anode current is reduced below the holding current once, and it kept in off as thyristor is reverse biased. This phenomena we are calling it as natural commutation. It is also called as line commutation. So in AC voltage controller or the thyristors in AC circuit generally gets turned off. Thyristors in AC circuits generally gets turned off. The commutation, that is the turning off of thyristor in AC circuits, will be due to line commutation. Automatically it will turn off. We are not using any external circuits to turn off the SCRs. So the method we are using will be line commutation. The output voltage can be changed by changing limiting angle, firing angle, acute angle, impedance angle. Here the output voltage will be controlled by voltage control process. The voltage control process will be done by using phase control mechanism. The phase control mechanism will be done by adopting firing angle control. So depending on the instant at which we are firing, depending on this delay angle, that is the firing angle, the output voltage will be changed. So the method which we are adopting is phase control method. In that output voltage will be changed by changing the firing angle. So answer is B. Firing angle control method we are adopting. So in this AC voltage controller, frequently they are asking this type of questions. What are the advantages and disadvantages of thyristor control drives? So we need to write the few advantages and disadvantages. What is an AC voltage controller and classify? You have to define the AC voltage controller and you have to classify based on the type of input supply, whether it is single phase or three phase. Explain the operation of single phase full wave AC voltage controller with the circuit diagram and waveforms. First of all, you have to write what is AC voltage controller. Then you have to draw the circuit diagram for single phase AC voltage controller, and you have to represent with two thyristors, very important, anti-parallel connection of two thyristors. You have to draw the waveforms of supply voltage, output voltage waveform, output current waveform, and you have to represent the thyristors which are conducting for the duration, during positive half cycle which one, during negative half cycle which one, the waveforms clearly, and you have to write the circuit operation for different time instances. 0 at alpha, from alpha to pi, at pi, from the instant pi to pi plus alpha, from the instant pi plus alpha to 2 pi. Like that you have to write the circuit operation as like we discussed in this today's class. And if you have any questions, you are free to ask, or you can write in comment box, so that we will discuss in the next video lesson. Thank you all of you for your patient listening of this AC voltage controller class. These AC voltage controllers are also called as AC regulators. AC regulators, AC voltage controllers also called as AC regulators.